Welcome back, guys, to Real Madrid reviews. My name is Solly, and I just finished watching Villarreal versus Real Madrid, and it was a tough game today, but Madrid managed to get through. You know, they always find a way to win. So yeah, winning 2-1, two goals from Mr. Mbappe, and then yeah, Villarreal scoring the first goal. So yeah, it was a tough game, and listening to the preview interview from Ancelotti, I was thinking it was going to be quite tough because the players are still quite tired from the game against Atletico during the week, and he made a few changes to the squad. So yeah, it wasn't a great start from Madrid, you know, which we've seen plenty of times this season. For whatever reason, like when the whistle blows, like they're not ready and alert for the game, and they conceded a goal within like what, 7 minutes. So yeah, quite early. So it's happened quite a bit. It's happened quite a few times, you know, this season where like they just concede quite early, and they make the job harder than it has to be, you know. So every single time I'm watching Real Madrid game, I'm like, okay, just you know, wait until like 15-20 minutes or so, you know, like just stay solid, do not lose a goal, you know. But yeah, they lost a goal. It was also one of luck as well, how it bounced in the penalty area from a goal kick, and yeah, it just fell to Foyth, and he scored the goal. But yeah, Vini was on the bench today, which was probably a good idea since he seems to have been one of the players who was heavily affected by the Atletico game, who was extremely tired, you know. So yeah, freshening things up a little bit, giving a chance to some of the other players, including Brahim, and also Mendy is going to be injured for about another, I think, 3 weeks, I think. So Garcia got a chance, and he also played quite well today as well. So yeah, it was a tough game, but you know, they got through, and that was the main thing. They needed to win this game, you know. So now they're top of the league, and Atletico Madrid face Barcelona tomorrow. So that's gonna be an interesting game. So maybe they do a draw, and then Madrid will be top, will stay top. So that would be a best case scenario. Worst case scenario, no, yeah. What's the next best scenario? Atletico Madrid win. Because yeah, I'm more fearful of Barcelona this season in the league than I am of Atletico. So Barcelona are playing quite well. So yeah, so let's see how it goes tomorrow. But for this game, I think one thing that stood out for me was actually Camavinga, and I did see some news and some opinions that Camavinga had a really good game against Atletico in the Champions League, and yeah, when he came on, he did a good job. Nothing really of Real Madrid caliber, you know. But I had a good game on the week during the week. But today he really had a good game. Today, like he was the midfielder, the pivot that we need consistently, you know, showing up. So this season, in the beginning for him, it was quite tough. He had an injury, and then since getting back, it's been a bit tough, like finding the rhythm. But this game, like he really did well. So winning the ball, tackles, interceptions, carrying the ball forward, which is something, yeah, our midfielders need to do a lot more of, because they also have the capability of doing so and choosing the right moments to carry the ball. So that's what Camavinga did today, breaking the lines and creating more space for our attacking line. And Mbappe getting 2 goals, which is super cool. So yeah, Mbappe's season, his first season is an odd one because he has 20 goals now in La Liga, I believe. Is it 20? Yeah, I think it should be 20 goals now in the league, which is an amazing, a good return for Madrid so far. But overall, like, yeah, he hasn't been that impressive, you know. in terms of his overall play. Like today, I thought, for example, he was coming short, like too often. And yeah, if that's a part of his game, that's fine. If that's what Ancelotti wants him to do, fine, whatever. But he also needs to stay up front as well, because right now Madrid in this game are being too predictable because Mbappe, all the big stars, they want the ball to feet. Vini this year as well has been quite a surprise, also wanted the ball to feet. So there's not, our players don't want to run past the defense. And somebody to find them when they do those runs. So we just need more movements up front, which we're not having at the moment. So that was Mbappe's game today. Like he was coming back too deep, which is fine, but he also needs to make sure he's also up front as well, because it gets to a point where, for example, Bellingham had the ball by the byline in the halfway part, in half the pitch, and he had made a good run, but he looked forward and nobody was there. Not Mbappe, not, I think it was Rodrigo at the time, and so this is happening too often. That's, let's say Camavinga breaks through the line, Valverde breaks through the lines, running forward, and then they're looking for options, and there's no options because Mbappe is not up front. Vini, I don't know where Vini is. Rodrigo, you don't know where Rodrigo is. Sometimes I'm like, okay, how is it that like we have somebody breaking up front, breaking through the lines, carrying the ball, and he has no support? Like it baffles me. So yeah, that needs to change. So another interesting thing as well was that the link-up play between Rodrigo and Mbappe was quite good today. There wasn't a lot of it, but it was quite good. And that link-up play is something that is not there with Vini and Mbappe currently, right? So when Vini came on, like they tried, like Vini was trying, but almost forcing the link-up play, and it just wasn't working. And this is happening way too often, man. Way too often. They don't have any chemistry at the moment. So hopefully that's gonna build. But like I said, I don't see how this front three is gonna carry Madrid forward the next 5 years. Like, I think they got 2 years max together, and then something's gonna shift because the link-up play, them three together, is not there. During this season, when Vini has played well, Mbappe was kind of injured some of the games. So Vini could play his normal game, which he does anyway when Mbappe is on the field. And Mbappe, some of his good games, like, was when Vini was injured. So there's not been one game. I can't recall one game where both of them play, even when they were together in the same team, they played an amazing game. It's always like Mbappe shining, and I'm not talking about goals. I'm talking about just general play. It's always just like either Mbappe shining and then Vini's having a poor game, or vice versa. So I think they need to find a way to solve that. There is definitely some work to be done for the rest of the season, and then also in the summer as well, in terms of like what is the next stage for this team, because they also need to find an answer for Bellingham at the moment, because I personally don't like seeing Bellingham too often on the left wing, and that's where he's finding himself. Whereas like I would like him a lot more central, a lot more involved in the play, a lot more on the ball. And yeah, so right now like he's getting stuck defending on the left wing, which I don't really think is his best position. That's not where we want. That's not where we want Bellingham to be. And a big part of that actually is also our back line, because our back line is pretty much missing. We're missing Carvajal, we're missing Militao, we're missing Alaba, Mendy. Yeah, he's fit, he's injured. He's fit, he's injured. So Madrid over the years, like the back four has been very important in like how we start the attack. So that's something we're missing, and then hopefully we get that back next season. so that Madrid can actually start trusting their back line more, and now more players can push forward and start dominating teams like they should, you know. So yeah, overall, like this game, it was another tough watch, which has been Madrid this season. But main thing, we got the win. We got the win. Now we have the international break. So hopefully the players come back fit, healthy. They're not gonna be rested, but at least fit and healthy, and then ready for the next game. So overall, what good job to the guys getting the job done, and then we'll see how Atletico and Barcelona do tomorrow. So that was it for today's analysis, and I will catch you guys on the next one.